In the name of my ancestors, peace forever and always, and welcome to another edition of the Reality's Temple on Earth Internet Ministry. Of course, I am the host, or perhaps known as the gatekeeper of this house. I am known on social media as the mighty Angel Snubbed Up 7. I am your brother, and hopefully your friend, Taalik Ibn'rad. I am making this particular video in response to another video that I saw, whereas people who are claiming themselves to be awakened, to be black conscious, they were on this video with trying to justify themselves enjoying life. And what is enjoying life? Enjoying life is getting drunk. Enjoying life is smoking weed. Enjoying life is going to the strip club. Enjoying life. Wow. And they claim to have awakened minds. But going to strip clubs tells us that we have a deviant mindset. Getting drunk shows that we are on a lower level and we don't want to think for some reason. We don't want to be sober for some reason. We want to leave this reality for some reason. We want to get high. We want to become temporarily delusional for a while. This don't make no sense from a people who's supposed to be wiser, supposed to be awakened minds. I was watching a video, and I believe it was the African leader, Idi Amin. And he was sitting in a classroom, perhaps a college or university, or perhaps maybe even a grade school, but there were students there. And he was talking about liberation. And he is a professional at being involved in liberation, a professional. And he told these younger people who would continue the fight, the struggle after he passed this life. He was telling them this. He said, if you really want to be a true revolutionary, you must not drink and get drunk. You must not use alcohol and drugs and all these different things, because it warps the mind. It makes you not to think properly. And when you are a revolutionary, you need all your faculties. This comes from Idi Amin, someone who was actually in the process or actually in practice of liberation. While the so-called Negro, the descendants of slaves born in America having dark skin, liberation really is a joke to you. It's a joke. You don't even know really what you're doing. It's entertainment. Because you're comfortable in your racism. You're comfortable in your oppression. So I guess getting drunk, getting high, lets you leave your reality. That's when it's all said and done. You are a fake and you're a hypocrite. You're not real. And you expect people to sit back and allow you to comfortably be a faker. I'm not going to sit back and allow you to come in my face with that insanity, hypocrisy, and foolishness. Why do you think that the racist Caucasian pink people gave the Native Americans people here fire water? Because fire water made them jump, made them docile, took them out of what you could call the spirit of fighting the oppressor. So I give you fire water. Why do you think that the American public don't rise up against these idiots in government? Because drugs and alcohol and keeping booty and a vagina and a penis in your face 24 hours a day, giving you games to play like you're a little child, doing all these different things. So you don't concentrate and keep your mind on that you're being done wrong and you're oppressed. And then you get off from being a slave on work, and then you go out and you want to watch a woman exploit herself on a pole, taking her clothes off. What man, what real woman want to see a woman strip? You should feel sorry for her and help her do something else, because she's more valuable, she's priceless. But you don't see that. I was invited to join this little black nationalist group. They said, don't you want to try something different? And I said, sure, I'm open to being different in this struggle, no problem. Right now, they make videos trying to turn my name down and spread lies about me. Why? Because I did not want to become part of what they call black nationalism. What was their black nationalism? Their black nationalism was sitting around smoking weed, sitting around drinking wine, watching Maury Povich and what's that dude, Bill Smith, whatever his name is, and all this foolishness on the racist television. And then go and relax and get a little wine and enjoy the music at a jazz club. I'm a black revolutionary. I'm a black liberator from the time I was a child. I don't care about that foolishness. I already know these things are used to take us away from the goal. If you want to enjoy yourself, make up some flyers. Spread the word of black conscience. African power, black power, that's what you're into. That's what you do with your spare time. Get your joy. Get high off the fight. Get your high off the struggle. But y'all so weak. And that's why you will remain forever eternal slaves. You are the best slave ever created in life. You still niggas. Matter of fact, some of you call yourself a nigger. Why would you want to fight for liberation just so that you can be a nigger? Along with liberation becomes a change in behavior, a transformation into a new person. Otherwise, the only thing that you're doing is taking mud that you've gotten from this place and track it into another house. And that's not going to happen. You might as well stay where you are, and you will. All your fake work that you got going on, talking about you trying to liberate and you in a struggle, you're not going to go nowhere. You will never be successful. Black nationalist, African power, you're a joke. Nobody can take you serious. Bunch of nigger trash. So black people all over this nation, they look at your so-called struggle and your videos, but then they see who you are. I just saw you getting drunk. I just saw you sucking somebody's penis. You've turned the struggle of liberation and you made Malcolm X and Marcus Garvey and Elijah Muhammad, W. Du Bois and Frederick Douglass and all those prior to us, you make it all a joke. Because you really don't know what liberation is and you don't know what you're doing. You're too weak and cowardly to really liberate anybody. You can't even stand up for yourself. But then also, what do you expect from a people who have been slaves for 400 years? All of a sudden, your mind is awakened and you know everything. You know what liberation is. You're a slave. Just came from the plantation. That's why you act and behave the way that you do. You have no idea. We building a nation. How you gonna build a nation and some of y'all on welfare with an EBT card? And you know what I'm saying is true. These black nationalists that wanted me to join them, that's what they were using. An EBT card on welfare, sucking the government for pennies, for crumbs. How are you going to build a nation on welfare, dependent upon a welfare check that comes once a month? That's why many people don't like me and many others like me, because we are real. And there are more fakes, just like in church. There are more hypocrites and more fake people in church and in the mosque and in the synagogues and all these religions that there is real people. Because if there were really real people that really practice their religion, we would not be having the problems that we have in this society. But you have hypocrites who love money, porn addicts, sex addicts, drunks, pedophiles, and rapists, greedy, materialistic type people, selfish and arrogant. You outnumber us. The only thing that would change you and turn you around is that this devil, this racist Caucasian people begin to kill you outright. Take your job away from you. Kill you 5, 6, 7, 10 of you a day. Burn down your house. Kill your children outright. Then you'll start taking things seriously. Talking about going to some strip club, getting drunk and high. What kind of revolutionary, what kind of black liberation do you represent? I'm not interested in that type of stuff. You have to enjoy the struggle. You're not in the struggle. That's why you can't enjoy it. You should enjoy going out to our people and spreading this word and doing the work. You should never get tired. You should never want a break. And then when you do take a break, you want to go to the whorehouse, to the strip club and the jazz club, because you're still a nigga. And I am not a religious person, but we have to, in order to liberate yourself, you must be opposite of your oppressor. So if your oppressor is a drunk and a pedophile, a woman abuser, etc., then you must become opposite. And I say this in my closing. Even if we want to enjoy these things, of which I would never, there's no enjoyment in being a drunk or being high or a sex fiend like some of you have become. What kind of joy can that bring? What kind of pleasure is that? At least get your freedom. Liberate yourself. But you have not done nothing close. But yet you talking about, I'm tired. You have not even done the work, not even close. Because if it was, you would be liberated. There would be no need for me to be talking the way that I am. At least I say you're drunk and you get high, but y'all went out there and y'all kicked the enemy in the backside. Can't say that about you. You have a childlike mentality and delusional. With that said, my time has expired, but I'm speaking the real. And until you get real, the only thing you will be is a black power, black conscience, awakened slave. Still lying in the bed, getting bed sores. Jot down in the comments. Let's talk about it. This was the Reality Temple on Earth.